Hello, can you hear us? Symptom change. नहीं नहीं और यार दूसरे हाँ सर को म्यूट है ना अनम्यूट करो
Can you hear us?
हाँ now it is correct.
दुआ बोली
You can hear us?
Yes yes yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. How many people have joined? From how many institutions are they joining?
Madam, it's keep on joining now. It's 152, 130, 154. So it's because we have given them time to 2 o'clock.
Yeah, but how many are expected to join?
More than 500.
Oh, wow.
Okay, 500 colleges I can say, or 500 people?
So individual login, 500 colleges will join.
Okay, 500 institutions. Good. Okay, thank you. Are we ready? Can we call secretary? Huh? Can we call secretary?
यहाँ से कुछ नहीं होगा
AICT, please respond. We are not able to hear you. Yes. Yes. So should we start? Because it's going to be 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I have a very tight timings for secretary sir. So can you just request chairman to be there and then I'll call secretary.
शिविर को कॉल कर लो ना
वो उठा नहीं रहे कॉल मैंने किया था उनको
Yes, madam.
yes because sir has to leave by 2:05. It's already 2 o'clock. I don't know. Is he busy?
ज्वाइनिंग 2 हो चुके हैं
हाँ 2 तो बज गए यार
लेकिन है नहीं उधर सीट पे नहीं है
कौन हाँ nobody is there
स्टार्ट लाइक द पार्टिसिपेंट को तो अलाउ करिए अंदर आना उसमें भी टाइम लगेगा
You can allow the participants to join.
They will slowly join.
You are allowing the participants? यार वो जवाब क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं हाँ
Hello.
हाँ yes
So far, 450 plus institution has joined.
So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting just for your chairman to join, and I'll call secretary, sir. So is he?
This live, hello,
Ha.
madam, this live streaming has started, then please make a call to me for our discussion.
Okay.
सर आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है हेलो
बैठ जाओ सब। आप रिस्पॉन्ड करिए प्लीज जब हम हेलो करें तो। आपका आवाज नहीं आ रही है। आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही। हाँ। Yes, I can hear you, but you are not responding to our hello. When is your chairman coming in?
Are we audible to you?
नहीं उठा रहे ना फोन ये तो प्रॉब्लम है
उनके ऑडियो में प्रॉब्लम है।
Sir, it is connected and we can hear you as well.
पूछो पहले।
Can you share the video also?
पहले पूछो हम उनको ऑडिबल हैं कि नहीं।
Are we audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I'll request Chairman sir to be called so that we'll call our secretary sir.
Chairman
also.
AC to be called, please.
Yes, ma'am. Sir is coming in a minute, ma'am. We have requested so, ma'am.
सर
How many participants have joined?
मैम ज्वाइन नहीं मैम, आपने उन्हें एंटर करवा दिया है लॉबी में? आर दे अलाउ, दे एंटर्ड इनटू द मीटिंग रूम?
उनके चेयरमैन ही नहीं आए हैं अभी तक।
Thanks sir, we are calling the secretary sir. Secretary sir is coming within a minute sir. Thank you very much.
Which would remain actually, by a right to corrupt.
Sir, are we audible to you? Just double confirming again. This is Nishit Gupta from Ministry of Electronics and IT. Are we audible to you, sir?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Great. Sir, there's one guy, Sankalp Singh, he was given a presentee link, but he's not able to unmute. So I think he has been made as attendee, not panelist. Sankalp
we'll
Singh.
bring them up. We'll bring him up. You just tell him the correct name, spelling.
हाँ संकल्प I'll write it to Datta sir. Sankalp Singh. I will write it to Datta sir. Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Send us. Sandeep,
Thanks.
ये चालू करो. Mic. Power on करो. संदीप चालू करो.
ये दोनों कम नहीं कर रहा. ये कम कर रहा. नहीं ये numbers को थोड़ा ठीक से बढ़ाओ. I'm telling you, there is no 481 PG close. Where is he?
He is coming. Call. जरा इसको म्यूट करना.
Yeah. Yeah, 2, 15, 25 and all I can't stay.
Yes.
Morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please.
Yes, sir. Sir, welcome to all the participants, Honorable Secretary, sir, Honorable Chairman, sir. I welcome you all for a very prestigious moment that MIT and the AICT has joined hands for the this IC technology and VLSI, and I welcome you all. This first EDA tool support available under the design linked incentive DLI schemes and the chip to start design. This is C2S program. So this is very prestigious program for the AICT approved institutions. I welcome you all and I request Honorable Secretary Sir to say a few words to our stakeholders.
Sir, before you start, I would like to inform you 450 plus institutions have joined online who are actually with you right now. 450 plus. Totally, actually, this year 480 institutions have started the BTech program in VLSI. With this brief introduction, over to you, sir, please.
Thank you very much, and I really thank AICT for putting together this event. I think, as we are well aware, the India Semiconductor Mission is a flagship program of the Government of India, and the Honorable Prime Minister has been very keen that India should finally become a semiconductor nation. And a very important element of this is the design of semiconductors and detailed programs in all our technical institutions so that students from an early stage are aware of the developments in this space and are able to take benefit of both the job opportunities which will come up in the semiconductor design space and also in semiconductor manufacturing. India already has a significant presence in semiconductor design with almost 20% of the global human resources being located in India, but we need to develop our abilities and our skills in the semiconductor manufacturing space. Both of these purposes are really served through the various technical institutions under the control of AICT, and I am extremely grateful to AICT for so readily meeting the requirements of human resources in a very critical space. We are all aware of the importance of the semiconductor industry. Today, no electronics products and practically nothing which uses electronics, and almost everything we use in the world today has some form of electronics. None of us today walk around without an electronics object somewhere close to us. We use it in our everyday lives, and so it is extremely important that India as a country has a key and significant presence in electronics and in semiconductors in particular, which is at the heart of all of this. And that is why this program, which is a fundamental program which starts right from the basic building block of chips, is so important to us. And we are today in a position to actually make available these EDA tools, which we have negotiated originally for a limited number of institutions, but now we have licenses which can be used in educational institutions across the country, and we are very, very happy that we are able to make it available to such a range of institutions. And the enthusiastic participation of nearly 450 plus institutions in this event today is extremely significant. It is primarily the convening power of AICTE which has been able to bring them all on board, and that we recognize. And this is truly the manner in which different ministries and different organizations in Government of India need to work together along with state governments and various other fora. It is, all hands on deck and everybody working together to make sure that we achieve a much broader national objective. So from a stage where we are still in the process of semiconductor design, India will truly become also a semiconductor manufacturing nation. And those jobs, those high-end jobs, will be available for many of our students from these different institutions. That is truly the goal that we are pursuing today. And we are extremely happy that we are able to offer this service to students in different institutions across the country. We hope and we expect that some of them will set up their own design startups and they will innovate on VLSI design, RISC-V design, and so on, and start the process of designing chips. And we would then be in a position, because we support the entire ecosystem, starting from learning about it to being able to set up a company which will design the chips, for the growth of such companies under the design linked incentive scheme, to eventually establishing even a production facility, or somebody who wants to directly take a job in any of these areas needs to be enabled. That is a manner in which this would really work, and I would really congratulate the institutions who've joined. You need to develop amongst your students an enthusiasm to take this up and eventually help many of them to find effective, good avocations in this space. And this is a core technology space. And rather than give up our, valuable students who have strength in this area to other disciplines, if they continue here, I'm sure they will really find satisfaction, and they will find self-actualization through this entire mechanism. So once again, let me thank AICTE and all the other institutions who have joined here today, and MeitY will continue to support this effort through all of our abilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Krishnan. Thank you very much. So, Krishnan, Secretary MeitY, Sunita Verma, Scientist G, Group Coordinator, Dr. Sankalp Singh, University Program Manager, Synopsys, Sri Bhunesh Kumar Ji, Additional Secretary MeitY. I thank each one of you for giving us the support of the EDA tool available under the Design Link Incentive Scheme and Chips to Startups program to all our institutions. I would like to give you some briefly some number before I hand over the floor to you to organize this event. Briefly, to summarize, 22-23, sir, you based on the request of the MeitY, we started implementing this program, 3 programs actually. One is a minor degree in VLSI design and technology for BTech in electronics people, and a full BTech program of VLSI design and technology, 4-year program. And the third one is model this IC manufacturing for diploma students. That is 3-year diploma student. 3 programs we launched, and I would like to give some statistics. So about 480 undergraduate institutions are offering in 23-24. In 22-23, 437 it was. So that means another 50 have come last year. Okay, so they will all graduate in 25-26. That is 26th of 2026 July. The 4-year degree people will graduate. And then, sir, we had already VLSI program running in our institutions in a master's program. That also has increased. Institutes at a PG level, today we are close to about 120 institutions are offering PG programs, which are 2-year program, MTech program. And for that curriculum, we have not developed. We have left it to those institutions themselves. Okay. And the IC manufacturing is the one little worrisome for me at a diploma level. In 22-23, only 2 institutions offered IC manufacturing. And this year, another 2 have come last year. That is 23-24. That means four in diploma colleges only offering IC manufacturing. I feel we require to initiate or support them a little more so that diploma students are more actually required. I did talk to some of these electronics companies. They want diploma students also more. So maybe, we should engage them, because in India, diploma programs are not very popular. They all join engineering after in a lateral entry. That may be one of the reasons. Anyway, sir, thank you very much for your support, and we really appreciate. And under these 2 schemes, which you are helping to all our institutions, and we also I would like to inform you, we have also connected these institutions to Arm India and Cadence, so that they will also conduct some teachers training program, trainers of trainers. A lot of activities happen. And I would like to also inform you that Smart India Hackathon, large number of projects and even problems given by ministry, students have solved very enthusiastically. And I think there is an excellent talent available. If the tools and other infrastructure is made available to these 2 students, I think they will do it very well. Maybe my own last line request to you is to the Secretary, Mighty, to create some of the Center for Excellence in a shared basis with the private institutions. That will actually take a long way than putting everything into IITs and IISc. I was a director of IIT and I am a professor at Indian Institute of Science even now, but I still say that these engineering colleges require your support and your attention. With these few remarks, I'll hand it over to you. Please.
Thank you very much. I just add 2 observations very quickly. I think it's important that we tell people, and especially students, counseling early on, that their likelihood of getting a job is far greater if they are a diploma holder compared to whether they are a degree holder. I think this is often not realized. Through my own experience, I've often found that from diploma institutions, practically everybody gets placed, and most places have multiple jobs available for diploma holders and very few available for degree holders. So that is one thing I think we need to popularize a lot more. And there are good jobs, and of course there's also mobility upwards subsequently. The second point I fully endorse, and we are in the process of supporting a number of institutions other than IITs and Indian Institute of Science, and the importance of doing that is very important, and particularly now as the electronics industry is spreading out widely, and a number of companies even in the semiconductor space want to partner with many of the other engineering colleges and not necessarily IITs and IISc to actually create both a research and a development sort of ecosystem there around that. So I'm sure both AICT and MAITI can work together to really enable that to happen, and we will support all AICT institutions that express some interest in this space. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So, sir had a very busy schedule. In spite of that, he was able to come for spare his time for this because he felt that this event is important.
Very nice of him. And please, on our behalf, please thank him Okay.
Definitely.
And second is
Definitely.
now I request Sri Bhunesh Kumar ji, National Secretary, to say.
Yeah. So Bhuvnesh Kumar sir, unfortunately, he's not well. So due to health problems, he's excused himself. So that's why. So our secretary was there. So he may be excused. And now I
Then
think
over to you, ma'am. Then over to
yes.
you. It is your turn
Thank
now.
you. Thank you. So I've on behalf of METI, I'm very happy and I'm grateful to AICT for at a very short notice you have called for this webinar and we have participation of 450 colleges.
No, more than that.
So
Now it
yes,
is 670, including
wow.
PG institutions.
Great, great. So I think this is an excellent opportunity for us to speak about the opportunities or the incentives, the schemes that are there in the ministry with respect to VLSI design. And we would like to close very closely with AICT and the colleges of AICT to give them whatever incentives or the support we can give through our chip to startup and the DLI scheme. I have a small presentation on this, and later on, if there are any questions, we would be happy to take that. So, with your permission, sir, we'll start with the presentation.
Kindly, please go
So,
ahead.
yes, okay, thank you, sir. So, yeah, yes, just yes. So this is a wafer that you see here in this first slide, which is actually consisting of some designs and which will fructify into a chip later on. For each of the squares that you see will be a chip in itself for those who are in the nascent state. Yeah. So the vision, so we are carrying forward the vision of Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister of India of Atmanirbhar Bharat. We would like to see the complete ecosystem and the supply chain within the country, and for that the basic building block is the human resource. In all the verticals we need people, the skilled as well as experts, and it is not built over a small period of time. There has to be a sustained effort, and METI is working towards that, especially in the area vertical of semiconductors and VLSI design. So I'll now request Nishit to take over from here. Yes.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. This is Nishit Gupta, scientist in Ministry of Electronics and IT. So this snapshot gives you an idea of the overall semiconductor manufacturing and design market by year 2030. So we are currently pegged at roughly 27 billion in year 2021, and we are assuming that by 2030 the market will be about 110 billion. So this is a great opportunity that we can cater to. And we all know that India is hosting the design infrastructure for almost now 30 years. Almost all the major multinational companies, as high as 200 in number, has been there in last 30 years, and almost all the 15 top companies are having a largest design center in the country. So India today hosts almost 1,000 plus universities with 38 million graduates, wherein the females are about 49%, and we have 1.3 lakh PhDs passing out every year. So to capture this opportunity, the government of India has announced this most ambitious mission of the last 75 years, which is Semicon India program with the overall outlay of $10 billion, which is catering to the entire semicon design and manufacturing space. So we are talking here about the CMOS fab, display fab, packaging unit, compound semiconductor fab, wherein the government of India is saying that the 50% of the overall project outlay will be given by the union government and the remaining 20% will be given by the various state governments. So overall, roughly 70% or even more than that is on the table, and the remaining 25 to 30% has to be brought in by the applicant. So such kind of incentive has not been there across the world. This is the most promising and most supportive scheme across all the governments of the world. So the most important point of this scheme, which is the subject matter of the discussion, is the Design Link Incentive Scheme, which talks about supporting the startups and the entrepreneurs by way of providing 3-tier support. Tier 1 the access to the design infrastructure, wherein we are saying that the EDA tools from the prominent companies like Synopsys, Cadence Design Systems, Mentor Graphics, which is Siemens now, and ANSYS Keysights, Altium Design from Renaissance. All these EDA tools are being given to startups at no cost. Along with that, all the prominent vendors of the IP core companies like ARM, like Synopsys, these IP cores are also given at pro bono basis to all the startups. Beyond that, I mean, they are given the support of MPW chip fabrication at global foundries, at all the prominent foundries, overseas foundries of the world. And then the prototype and silicon, post-silicon validation support is also given. So for the other part of it, tier 2 support is the design infrastructure, design support, wherein we are saying that up to rupees 15 crore and 50% of the project outlay will be given by Government of India. So for example, you have a very novel idea wherein you want to design a chip, you will get no cost access to EDA tools. You will get up to rupees 15 crore per application for designing a chip. And then the tier 3 support is once you go into the market, you will sell a chip. You can come back and take further reimbursement of rupees 6 to mitigate the offset which is lying there in the Indian market. So basically to help you make more competitive in terms of pricing, this third tier support is also being provided. So very quickly, I mean, along with the design link incentive scheme, the Semiconductor India policy, the Government of India has also announced the Chips to Startup program, C2S program in year 2022, which actually focuses on generation of the 85,000 number of manpower at BTech, MTech and PhD level in the area of VLSI and chip design area. So this program is actually the phase 4 of the existing program of SMDP, which started actually way back in 1998, wherein initially there were only 19 colleges which were supported in the SMDP phase 1. Then in SMDP phase 2, I mean 32 colleges were supported, SMDP phase 3 supported 60 colleges, and now in C2S program, more than 100 colleges were targeted to be supported. So this was built on top of the story that India today hosts about more than 20% of the overall global VLSI design engineers, and 7% of the global design facilities are present in India. So with that background, in the last phase, you can see the success of it. Roughly 73,000 industry manpower was generated in the SMDP program, and 110 different chips were fabricated at our own indigenous foundry, which is SCL Mohali, as well as other foundries overseas like TSMC and UMC. And then their number of patents and publications were filed, and total 73,000 industry manpower was generated as the outcome of the last phase of SMDP. So you can see that just one snapshot shows that these designs were fabricated in multi-project wafer. You can see in the top, for example, the SAR ADC was designed by IST Shibpur. The RF balloon was designed by the IIT Kharagpur. Similarly, the CMOS design was designed by, antenna was designed by IIT Kharagpur. So there were a number of designs which were basically placed on the wafer and fabricated at SCL Mohali. So this support is provided in the C2S program also. So you can see the state-wise distribution that every state and the number of colleges in each state participated in fabricating a number of chips. You can see that at SCL Foundry, 84 chips were fabricated, and SCL and outside Foundry, 7 chips were fabricated. And using the EDA tools made available, there were 75 more chips were fabricated by these colleges. So total chips fabricated was more than 175 in the last phase. So the current phase, which is the phase 4 of the program, which is Chips to Startup program, has been initiated 2 years ago, where initially we targeted only 100 colleges. So this was the state-wise distribution of those 100 colleges. You can see that most of the states and union territories was covered. All these states are supported, all these colleges are supported for implementing the R&D project with an outcome of generation of VLSI design manpower by way of generating, developing chips, SoCs and IP cores. So they have been funded for implementing the research project, and the outcome expected is that trained manpower by way of giving them the exposure of chips, SoCs and IP cores. So as part of the project, I mean, we have set up this chip-in center at CDAC Bangalore. So there's a team sitting there at CDAC Bangalore, which provides the access of EDA tools, prototyping facility, design flow trainings. These trainings are going on a regular basis. And this team is an expert of fabricating the designs from the colleges in the multi-project wafer. So what they do is that they receive the design from all the colleges, integrate those designs in a reticle and send them for fabrication at SCL Mohali. And once these designs are fabricated, they actually get these dies packaged at some packaging unit and send it to the individual institution. So all these roles of fab compliance, the intermediate steps are being done by the chip-in center at CDAC Bangalore. So because of this strong support, the colleges are able to fabricate a chip in a more robust and efficient manner. So apart from that, a smart lab was set up at NILIT Calicut. So you can see that these smart labs are hosting the state-of-the-art FPGA boards. So NILIT Calicut is running regular training programs. So we will be sharing the details separately with all of you, and you can join these regular training programs of NILIT Calicut and remotely access these state-of-the-art FPGA boards and get the training in the VLSI design flow. So you can see that at present, the Chip-in Center at CDAC Bangalore is providing access to roughly 240 academic institutions. This is again the state-wise distribution on the left-hand side of it. And on the right-hand side of it, you can see that 45 startups are also supported in the Design Link Incentive Scheme. So in total, roughly 285 organizations are being supported and 25,000 engineers, students, faculty members are using these EDA tools supported by the MIT and enabled by the Chip-in Center at CDAC Bangalore. So this is just a single slide snapshot of the overall scheme of things that I talked about, that in the C2S program, 65 R&D projects at 100 colleges are being implemented with an overall outcome of development of 175 chips, 30 SoCs, 30 IP cores and 30 FPGA based designs. Then, as I said, number of startups are also supported. At present, 17 startups are financially supported with an outlay of up to 15 crore rupees each for development of chips for various applications. Then the Chip-in Center has teamed up with Synopsys, Cadence, Siemens, Ansys, Keysight, Silvaco, and Renesas for providing access to EDA tools. So you can see that on the right-hand section that how many institutions have been onboarded till date. So Synopsys is also here today with us. Thanks to them, they have given us the most prominent support by way of giving us no limit access to the Synopsys EDA tools at pan-India academic institutions. So in the fourth row of the slide, you can see that IP cores from the Synopsys and ARM are also supported. So the Chip-in Center is also providing the access to the global foundries TSMC as well as the domestic foundry, which is SCL Mohali, to the participating institution in the C2S program. And then the very high-end VLSI emulation board from Siemens is also supported. The compute infrastructure is also provided on cloud by CDAC Bangalore. And then they regularly run the MPW shuttles 4 times in a year, where the academic institutions can submit their design for fabrication in MPW manner at SCL Mohali. And then last but not least, they are conducting the regular training session in partnership with Synopsys, Cadence, Siemens, and all the industry partners like Muse Semiconductor, IMEC, and SCL, and then other design and manufacturing ecosystem partner. So every first week of the month, we are rolling out the calendars for the training of that month. So these institutions who are part of C2S and DLI can take part in those trainings. So these trainings span over from the basic training of the tool installation to going up to helping them to use the EDA tools, then helping them to understand the design flows, and then specific examples of running the design flows. So you can see the various breakup of the number of trainings that industry partners are providing us. For example, Synopsys, as I said, helping us in a very prominent manner. So almost every week, Synopsys is delivering one training. Similarly, the Cadence, Corel, Ansys, SCL, Keysight, IBM, IMEC, they're all helping us to grow this Indian ecosystem. And the target is to generate the overall manpower of about 85,000 in the next 2-3 years in the C2S program. So the main part of this presentation is that if you are a college, we are meeting the eligibility criteria of the C2S program, which is defined on the website of C2S program. You can go there, you can search on the Google. The link is also provided here. If you are meeting this eligibility, you can request for the access of the EDA tools from the Chip-in Center at CDAC Bangalore. And this EDA tool access is provided at no cost from Cadence, Mentor, Synopsys, Keysight, Ansys, and other prominent vendors. Similarly, if you are a startup or MSME, you can also get the access of these EDA tools by making a request at the website of the DLI scheme, which is listed here. So you can also reach out to us for any kind of support at the email ID listed, which is support.c2s@mit.gov.in. So with that, I would like to end my presentation, and I really hope that we will receive a good number of interest from the participating institutions in this webinar. And I hope to see you onboarded for the next trainings and new ED tools that we're going to offer in the coming months. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you for wonderful presentation. If you can share
Yeah.
the presentation with us, we will share that with all the institutes so that they can
Yes,
learn
please.
more. And at the same time, because I myself is an electronics and telecommunication engineer, and I did my diploma then engineering. So, I have that 7 years of, experience in electronics and telecommunication. But I always question myself that, I become a software engineer because due to lack of a fab, in our country those days. So we are so fortunate that now government of India is taking such a wonderful initiative and taking it forward. But my question is, what about the nano 5 nm and the 3 nm IC designing? Are we working anything towards that?
So you're talking about the manufacturing facility, fab?
Uh-huh.
So the scheme is already open. We are receiving interest from various fab partners across the globe. So for example, we have in the past received and approved one foundry of 28 nanometer, and the government is in talks with the top leader like TSMC and other players. So currently, I mean, the 3 nanometer node is only available with TSMC, which is in the commercial space. So there's only one fab, right? So the time will tell. I mean, but the government is making best efforts by rolling out the best possible and the most flexible schemes. So at present, we have got the success by giving approval to one fab and 4 18 packaging units, and one of them is the global leader like Micron.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. I think it's very encouraging to all the electronics and telecommunication students.
Yes.
We will
So
share this with all the institutes, and maybe we will come back to you if they have any constructive feedback. We will
right,
share
sir.
this.
So we also have with us maybe Sankalp Singh from Synopsys. You may, I mean, whenever you feel appropriate, we can give Synopsys also a stage, and they can talk about their recently announced opened program for the academic institutions across the country.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you everyone. Thank you, Principal Secretary, Mighty, Chairman AICT, Sunita ma'am, Nishit and the team. Uh, so we are there to support the Indian college ecosystem. You have seen that we have already onboarded close to 270 odd colleges, and the process is still ongoing. I see in the chat box that there are questions that is it applicable for private universities and colleges? Yes, it is. If you fulfill the criteria which is set by Mighty, you can apply for that. And coming to the most important thing, that is the training and the workshop, it is going on. So whoever is joining, you can see the past training which is pre-recorded and kept on the Chip-in portal. You can watch that, and as we continue to do it every month, you can participate in that. The important thing which I would just like to share here to all the college professors, whoever has joined, let me just bring it up on my screen. So we are announcing self-paced learning, which will be available for all the students and faculty members under the C2S program. This is again in collaboration with Mighty, CDAC, and the Chip-in Center. And anyone who is having access to Synopsys EDA tool can access this self-paced learning. And we have put a process document which can be used by any student who can just sign up and do the course. Each courses are defined in two different tracks. One is a product based, second one is the role based. So whatever is being required by any individual, they can go ahead with that. At the end, the
So
participant,
Sankalp, I think
whoever
your
has taken the
slides are
course.
not visible. Your slides are not visible. Maybe you are at a bad network. That might be one reason. Your slides are not visible. Maybe you can continue. Just wanted to inform you that your slides were not visible.
Let me just do it this way then. Nishit, just let me know if it is visible now.
Yeah, we are able to see it.
Yes. So these are the courses.
I'll just cross check.
Right. And once you finish the course, you will be given a badge, which is a digital badge, and you can post it on LinkedIn or any of your resumes wherever you want. So this is something which I just wanted to highlight apart from what Nishit has mentioned in his presentation. Looking forward to support all the colleges as they get onboarded. Thank you.
Thank you, Sankalp. And I mean, you have been a great support. Synopsys has been a great support. I mean, they took a lead of taking the biggest pie of the India Semiconductor mission by way of giving us no limit access to their state-of-the-art ED tools. So I hope that we are able to expand the way the Synopsys wanted us to expand with the help of AICT, and with the AICT leadership supporting us, I hope that we'll be able to reach out to masses now. So, sir, AICT sir, Abhijit sir.
Yeah. So it's a good opportunity for the all AICT approved institutions. That MIT and AICT has come together, and we are extending support to our all stakeholders. On behalf of AICT, I thanks to MIT, thanks to Sankalp ji and his team, and I really appreciate Professor Buddha Chandrasekhar ji. He is kind enough to join us in a short notice, and he has also noted few points to take it further to with the ministry. And I really thankful to the Honorable Secretary MIT that sir has given us a time and he has addressed to all the educational institutions. I give thanks to the chairman AICT, Professor Sitaram sir, that he is kind enough and he has actually made us enable to call the institution in a very short notice, and more than 700 institutions has joined us today. So on behalf of MIT and AICT, I really thanks to all the institutions for reaching out in a short notice. Right now, I can see 713 institutions have joined us so far, and we really appreciate. Please do reach to the MIT and AICT also for all supports. So with the permission of the chair, I wanted to close this webinar. Thank you very much. Anything needs to be said by the MIT sir, please?
No, sir. Thank you very much, and thanks for arranging this webinar, the first of the series of webinars. I hope that we'll have more webinars in the coming days to help institutions for their onboarding at the Chip In Center, CDAC Bangalore, and under the C2S and C2S program and DLI scheme. So, looking forward for your support, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for Synopsys.
We announced the calendar of event in consultation with MIT, sir. Thank you for your precious time. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank
joining
you.
today.
Thank you.